Did Kirsten really kiss Shaq? Did they really swap strawberry spit? Ugh. Oh my god, Married at First Sight. Let me just start with I didn't want to see that. I just did not want to see that. But let's start off with the couples. Because I'm going to be honest, I fast forwarded through a lot of the show because, to be quite honest, it's all redundant. Like, we have Nicole and Chris, the trauma bonding couple. That's what they are. TBs, that's what they are, the TBs. They are constantly talking about their insecurities and troubled past and relationships and things that went down. On this episode, they got active, everybody. They actually went to goat yoga. Ooh, what a shocker. You know, if another reality show shows goat yoga, I think I don't know what I'll do. Nothing. I'm not gonna do anything. I'm just gonna watch it. But it's like it's just all these trite storylines that they keep doing on every reality show. Goat yoga has appeared on almost all of them. Oh, let's do some yoga with goats. You goats, bah, goats. So, but on this episode with Nicole and Chris, Nicole's father joined them. Remember Nicole's father who said Chris needed some BDE last episode? Well, he isn't at yoga, and we find out that he is quite flexible. And, you know, they're all in downward facing dog together. So, a family that downward faces dog together, they just do downward facing dog. So, they created a sort of calm with each other. But Nicole's father is still like skeptical. Like, he ain't my son in law. Like, he kept putting up air quotes. But, you know, that's what happened with them. And then later on in the episode, you know, they continue, you know, bonding as they do, talking about past traumas. And this time they were on spin bikes. It looked like they were in a shared apartment space gym. And, you know, Nicole, you know, is very, you know, body conscious, maybe has body dysmorphia. Like, I have a little bit of body dysmorphia, I'll admit that. But she's in good shape. She obviously works out. I mean, she does have broad, thick Popeye arms, but you know, she's strong. And Chris is not, but we'll just leave it at that. I'm going to move on past them because they are not the piece de resistance of the episode. So let's just go on to Gina and Clint. Gina and Clint are fake connecting. Oh, we're diving deep. You know, they met up with Dr. Pepper, and you know they were asking each other questions. They were digging deep with each other, and you know, but the real relationship that's going on here is Clint and Hank. And Gina, you better not mess this up for Hank. Although we know she will, and Hank knows she will. Because Hank has seen it all before. Hank has seen men come in and out of Gina's life because of that salon. But Gina, don't mess this up for Hank. He finally has a bro. He has a doppelganger. He has a homie. He's like that dog on Instagram, Topher, and whatever his owner's name is. They can dress alike and they can be alike. Clint and Hank are bonding. And that's that. They have a lot in common. They're both gingers. Ooh, let's not say the word ginger. That Clint might go off. They're both gingers. They both have wavy hair. They both have beards. They both like frisbee. It's a match. Clint and Hank. So don't mess this up, Gina. But other than that, nothing was really going on with them. Blah, blah, blah. Let's move on. So Eris and Jasmine. Eris still not attracted to Jasmine. Doesn't plan to consummate the relationship until after decision day. And by after decision day, he means when he makes the decision to part ways and divorce. And Jasmine is obviously checked out because the look on her face is even more unalived than normal. Like, she just like, I'm over it. He ain't feeling me, so I'm done with it. So they meet with Dr. Pepper, and, you know, Eris starts giving her this sob story, which may be true. It may be his true emotional state. But that is not the reason why you are not into Jasmine, Eris. Like, don't play in our faces, okay? Stop it. Just stop it. We know that you just don't find her attractive. You don't find her physically attractive. And that is fair. But don't try to use your father, the loss of your father and the loss of some friends and the loss of whomever else as the reason why you cannot connect with Jasmine. You said it last episode. She's not funny. She has no swag. And you don't find her attractive. So there's nothing you can hang your hat on to. And that's fine. But don't lie to Dr. Pepper. And Dr. Pepper, you've been in the game long enough to be able to see through this BS that Eris is pushing. You shouldn't. But then again, Dr. Pepper, you've been playing in our faces for a long time, for seasons now. So I'm over you, Dr. Pepper. It's time for Dr. Pepper to retire and take Pastor Cal with you. Because y'all are just selling some BS to these people. Because for real, like, if you realize that Eris could not connect, then why cast him for the show? You realize in this session, and mind you, we've learned that these people go through intricate testing and tests to see if they're ready for the show. But really what they're testing them for is to see if they will bring drama or bring some sort of discourse that will make the show interesting. So stop playing with us as if you didn't know that Eris wasn't ready for Mary, Dr. Pepper. Stop acting like that. Okay. So let's go to the scene that I want to talk about. The cringy scene between Kirsten and Shaq. First of all, so I'm a graphic designer, an art director, a creative director. And, Shaq was designing Kirsten a logo. And she's like, oh, look at you. And he said, I have multiple talents. I'm gifted. He said, what you could do is, do a house and, put your K in between like it's one of the windows. I'm just like, that is such a trite logo for real estate. But you know what? Do what you got to do. And like, are you going to do this in software, Shaquille? I'm curious. My interest is piqued because as an art director, graphic designer, and someone who does logos, I want to see what the end result looks like. Somebody show me. And then she was like, well, you should give me an invoice. And he said, you think I'm going to charge you? I'll give you payment in other ways. And so it's like she's cozying up to him. I think it's BS. I really do. I think production has put them up to this. But did anybody catch this? Because I, noticed everything. The way when Kirsten was eating her salad and she just kept like doing this to the meat on the fork. It was just kind of weird because she's just weird to me because she just seems like a robot. Like somebody put a chip in her back and made her start going. She's void of soul. She just seems soulless. Yeah, she's like, I'm a very successful realtor. And I'm like, I had a really good year, so I need this logo. Imagine Kirsten as your realtor. Hey, so here's the house. Here's a room in the house. Here's another room. Here's the kitchen. Here's a bathroom. Here's a backyard where your dog can run. Would y'all want Kirsten as your realtor? I'm not trying to diminish her career because that's wrong to do. But she just doesn't seem like she has the personality to be selling anybody a home. But okay, if that's what you do, that's what you do. And if you're successful at it, more power to you. But on to the piece de resistance. The thing that made me want to upchuck is a scene where, Shaquille, again, flexing his, creativity, decides to plan this date in the shared apartment where he's going to, do some painting, body paint on her. She's going to be his canvas. Ooh, paint my body. Ooh, yeah, that's what you're going to do. Somebody's calling me. We'll ignore that. Yeah, paint my body. So he starts painting with his hands. And you know what? There was nothing sensuous about this. Nothing at all sensuous about this painting that he was doing. He was just like, She's like, ooh, I can see you. Ooh, look at my little artist. Ooh, I see you. Ooh, so that turned her on. He's like, he didn't even let's make this go caress her body or gently, softly stroke her body. No, he was like, But I guess that did it for her. And it seems as though Kirsten just wants somebody to take charge and take over unless this is fake. I think it's fake. I think this is something that production said, hey, look, Kirsten, I'll give you some extra money and you just set it off with my man Shaquille here. Okay. All right, I guess I'll take an extra $1,000. I can use the extra $1,000 since I haven't been able to be out in the streets selling real estate. I'll take an extra $1,000. Oh, back it up. Let's go back to Jasmine and Eris. So Jasmine's mother comes over, and that's a cringy moment too. She came over saying, well, why you want to sleep with my daughter? And I feel like take that as a personal attack that Eris doesn't want your daughter because your daughter looks just like you. So you trying to say I'm ugly? I'm ugly? Jasmine and her mom, they look a whole lot alike. Jasmine's mom has a rounder face and to me makes her a little bit cuter and more delightful to look at, but that's just me. I tend to gravitate to fatter faces because I guess I have a fat face. And then Eris looks like a mummy or a zombie, as someone said in another chat. But he thinks he's too good for Jasmine, and Jasmine don't do it for him. So, with this episode, like and subscribe. And I know y'all like, why are you reviewing it anyhow if you don't really like the show? I like the show. I'm just, just over the production of it all. Like give us some organic production. And I've said that in other videos. Give us something that's real, something we could feel, because I was not feeling that paint scene. All right, like and subscribe. Till next time. Tell a friend, tell a friend.